and a curriculum that speaks to the black African student in South Africa today. That's the why. The how is slightly more problematic, because we don't want to decolonize only the curriculum. The curriculum is only part of it. That's the easy part. You can change and you can decolonize the curriculum. It might not be too difficult and not take too long. But what needs to be decolonized as well is the way in which we deliver the curriculum. And how do we do that? How do we decolonize pedagogy? If you look behind me, you will see the 7 institutional values of the University of Venda, and one of them is Ubuntu, which is an African concept of caring for your fellow being. Now, how do we infuse Ubuntu into pedagogy? Is that not a possibility? That we infuse very particular African values into the way in which we deliver the curriculum. If you look at the design of our lecture venues, it is me well, unfortunately in many of our universities, it's me, the white guy, standing in front of a microphone telling you black kids what you are supposed to know. Is that the right way to do things? I really don't think so. Now, the how we are going to do it is just as important a question. So, at the University of Venda, our students are not faced on a daily basis by the symbols of colonialism, as is the case perhaps at universities like UCT and WITS. You don't see too many white faces around. I'm probably one of very few. But you may have a completely different understanding of what decolonization of the curriculum entails than your peers at the historically white universities. So this conversation that we must have as a university to come to a common understanding of what we want to achieve through decolonization of the curriculum must inform a national debate where we engage with our peers at other universities so that as a country we achieve a common understanding of why we want to do what we want to do and how we are going to do it. Because the end result of this process that we are debating today has to be the production of graduates, black African graduates, who carry themselves with pride and a sense of self-worth into the world of work, where they have achieved knowledge that is not only locally relevant, but makes it possible for them to achieve with the best of the world everywhere in the world. So colleagues, with those are my very personal thoughts on this very important matter. And I put it there because it must also be interrogated, it must also be challenged if you feel it must be, because this is what we are about as a university, about talking about issues, about challenging the current status quo and coming up with new and innovative ways for the future. I hope you are going to have a very productive and a very challenging conversation over the next day, and I really hope more students arrive during the course of the event. Thank you very much, Professor Nechanala.
Thank you, Professor Crafford. Yes, they will, because their friends are tweeting right now and are calling them and are communicating via Facebook and WhatsApp, so that we may have